What's up, everybody? And we got a box. Barrel and Blade Tactical Outfitters.
Well, check this out because I'm kind of excited to see this for myself.
Alright, now in full disclosure, I made this video once thanks to a crappy SD card. No bueno, can't find it. So yeah, a bad SD card ruins the whole video. So yes, I've already been in it and checked it out, but it's pretty cool. So with that being said, let's get into it and show you all what we got. Alright, and then here's our card. If I can get the reflection off of it, which apparently I'm not going to be able to do. We are level 2, so we get all of that. If this thing will focus. And it's probably not going to, apparently. But it focuses on my hand. So that's that. So let's get into it. First off, we have the mil-spec plus or 5-star gear poncho, $35 to $39. That is this. Alright, and this is the 5-star gear one. It's not the mil-spec, but it's pretty close. And I've already had this out and played with it, and it is pretty cool. It's just kind of like what you get, you know, in the service. I mean, we used to roll these up and throw them in our BDUs, and well, obviously I just dated myself, but you know, you got your snaps and everything else on both sides, so you can use it as a shelter or cover you, your gear bag, and everything else. Your forearms and legs are still going to get wet. There's no giving about that. Okay, now I gotta get it back in the bag. And you can see it's got the grommets on it also. But it's very nice, it's very thick. We'll do that later. Okay, so they give that a $35 to $39 value. Well, you know, it is pretty thick. So then next up, we have the Emberlight Camp Stove. And that is this guy. Comes in a little white pouch. Like that, very thin, very metally, but it's very well packable. And we'll get that out of there. And of course you have your assembly instructions and a couple other things in there. So this is pretty much what it is. I've already pulled the plastic off it because, like I said, I've already played with it. And now, if I'm any good, I might be able to assemble it quick. And it actually is kind of neat. It's not like your normal little camp stove. Alright, so when you put this together, you want to make sure the embossed side is on outside. So I'm going to take one side, embossed side, to the outside. Get in there, slide it in. And then we're going to take the other side, the embossed side, to the outside, and fit that in. And then we're going to take our base plate, which obviously embossed side to the bottom, put that in there, that one over there, that one there, and then we have to fit our top plate. So we're going to throw one side in, and then flex it a little bit to get, oop, keep coming out, there you go, our bottom side in. Okay, and so there we have the Emberlight Camp Stove, which obviously you can feed fuel through there. But then of course you have the tops open, so we have these things. Let's see, one kind of goes across like that. And then we get another one, links up in there to go across that. I don't know if y'all can see that. So now there you have your cooktop part. And there you have your stove part, where you put it in there. And then of course your bottom is fully closed. And the nice thing about this is you can put it on there and it's not like the other little camp stoves where it's going to collapse on you. You know, I mean, obviously the more pressure you put on it, it's going to be there. So which is good. And it's pretty good diameter. You know, I mean, you could put a medium-sized pan on there or something like that and get something done. So that's the Emberlight camp stove. And they gave that a value of $44.99. That I'm not agreeing with. I mean, I do think it's very useful. I do think it's a pretty good upgrade for a camp stove, especially one that just packs down into less than a notebook size. I don't think $44 though. For stamped metal, no. But very useful. Glad to have it, and I'll take it. But I'll disassemble it later. But so that's good. So I'm liking that. And next up, we have the Ketty Noah's Tarp, $79.95. And that's this guy. And I'll tell you what, I've already pulled it out, checked it out, stretched it out across the backyard, and it's actually a pretty nice deal. It comes in this little case. It's got little zippers, if I can get them all and make everything work here without everything falling out, because I had to restuff it. And there's of course instructions to it. But you have your tarp, same as it was, and then you have this little pouch here, and it comes with all your stakes and for pegging down and everything else. You have some cordage and everything else for helping that out, and it all just stores right in there. If I can get it back in with one hand. But yeah, it's really nice. So when you're done, you just kind of roll it back up into itself. Try to zip the thing back up a couple hands, and it zips right back up. And of course you got your pole handle on the top, so you always have it ready to go. But that's exactly what it is right there. And there's actually cordage on this end and cordage on that end, and the extra cordage I believe is for this and this. And you have tie down points and stuff like that. So very good, very good. I mean, if you're going to sleep in a hammock or something, you could sling it between a couple of trees and do what you need to, but it's very small, very packable, nice. You know, and they give this value at $79.95. That one I'm going to kind of balk on to. I'm going to kind of think maybe $50 at the most for something like this, but it's very nice. I'll take it. I'm glad to have it. I'm sure I'm going to use it, you know, especially heading down to the beach. I just got to make me some poles and stuff like that. But yeah, that's nice to have. Very small, very compact, very useful. Good to go. And then, last but not least, as you all can see, is the CRK Chance in Hell Machete. And let me tell you, this thing is badass. I mean, it's just bad. I mean, that's all leather right there and everything. Nice little nylon sheath. Got your holes where, yeah, you can run the cordage through and everything else. So I don't know if y'all can see it. If it'll focus. And you have holes through the handle, which is all rubberized. And you got snaps and snaps and snaps and cordage. But now here's the cool thing about this. Besides the sheath, this is one of those deals where Ken Onion teamed up with CRT. And that's what we have. And it's still a little oily. So I don't know if you can see all that. But it's very, 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 very sharp. And this is a rubberized grip handle. Very tacky and sticky. And then if you look on the other side, let me flip it around for you. It's kind of the same way. Now see if you can see that. The Chance in Hell Ken Onion design. I'm not sure what the steel is because I'm not a steel guy. I'm pretty much a knife guy, but this thing feels incredibly awesome. I mean, it's grippy. You want to chop something with it, you're good to go. It's a little flexible, but I think that's the way it's designed. But oh my God, is this thing sharp. So that's just an awesome, awesome little thing to have right there. See if I can get it zoomed in. And you got some little jimping on the top. It's all rubberized also. And you got this nice little finger guard here so you ain't going too far. And these right here, it just really locks your hand in. Like, you know, if you're going to swing this, you know it's not coming out of your hand. But if you're going to do something rough, you can actually even put cordage through the handle and give yourself a leash. But just a nice big old belly knife. So yeah, this is really nice one to get. Like I say, it's got the sheath to it. And got more snaps than you know what to do with. And we can put that back in there. And then of course you got your lanyard, which this one actually, you can undo this part if you didn't want it to hang from your belt, and then run it through the little loop here and create a shorter loop. So it'd be like that on your belt instead of hanging like that and flopping. But very good quality sheath, very good quality knife. That's nice. Very useful items. I mean, Barrel and Blade has actually came back this month because the last 2 months kind of sucked. So I'm impressed. I'm liking it. If you all like it, leave your comments below, and remember, like, subscribe. We got some new things coming, and I do apologize that I lost the footage, but it is what it is. But just wanted to show you all what we got. So there it is, Barrel and Blade, February 2019. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.